Part of Greece, there stood a tall mountain called Olympus. Its sides were covered with thick green woods, and it was high. It was so high that its peaks seemed to pierce through the clouds. In Mount Olympus, it was believed that the gods and goddesses also lived there. There was Jupiter, the king of gods, who not only ruled the people of the earth, but also the mighty people of heavens. His wife was Juno, the queen of heaven, who helped him in his work. But unfortunately, she was selfish and herself and others unhappy. Besides Jupiter and Juno, there were many gods and goddesses. They lived their lives just like humans. Beautiful earth below lived beautiful female spirits. Among these nymphs were the nymphs of the woods and forests. One such nymph whose name was Echo. She was a very talkative woman who would talk a lot. Juno would often come to Earth to listen to Echo's delightful tales. But one day, Juno was so caught up with Echo's stories that she forgot about her husband. And her husband was also busy hanging out with his friends and having alone time with himself and his friends. But then Juno had found out that her husband was busy hanging out with his friends, drinking alcohol and smoking. She found out and she was very angry about it. So she took out her anger to Echo.
Curse you by taking your tongue and you could only speak the last word of others.
Poor Echo, now she is nothing but a voice. But there was a time when she danced and sang. There was a young youth named Narcissus who was beautiful as a sunny day in spring, and he was brave and manly as well. Everyone who saw him loved him, but he seemed to have no heart, for he loved no one. One day, Narcissus was wandering through the forest with some comrades when he found out that he was lost. He was wandering, and as he passed by the tall oak tree in which Echo lived, the moment Echo saw him, she began to follow him, longing for the power to speak to him. But alas, she could not speak.
Who is here?
Yeah.
Come closer, I want to see you.
Since then, Echo lies hidden in the woods, but her voice is still heard among the hills. On the other hand, Narcissus was very fond of hunting. Narcissus one day came to a shady spot in the woods where he saw a little spring, but suddenly he paused in wonder.
Who is this lovely glad? I can't live without you. The floor is so lovely.
He lost desire for food or sleep, and day and night he lay upon the grass, gazing at his own reflection reflected in the water.
Can I touch your beautiful face?
The nymphs of the river and the woods all mourned for their dead friend. They made preparations for his funeral, but when they went to carry his body to the funeral pyre, they discovered that the body of the dead, in its place there stood a beautiful flower. There stood a beautiful flower with a bright golden center and soft white petals, which nodded to its reflection in the pool. Flower, called the Narcissus, is found by quiet pools, gazing at its reflection in the water.